And now, The Bonfire with Big J. Okerson and Robert Kelly.
It's something that Black Lewis showed me outside.
His cock?
He's got the Jim Brewer.
Oh, God.
The Jim Brewer old show on. You did the interview, the Marshmallows interview?
Marshmallows!
It's got a bunch of comics from our time, like a montage of it, and some people I haven't seen in years, like John Bush. It's a great example.
John Bush.
John Bush.
Tim Young. Crazy-eyed Tim Young.
Tim Young, I think, made his way to the cruise ship circuit. Sometimes when you see a a comic who was around and then just isn't one day, sometimes you could check cruise ships.
Yeah.
And they're on the cruise ships.
It's a life. I wish they did a documentary on cruise ship comedians because
it'd be boring.
I don't think so.
No, it would, because there's nothing salacious at all. You're not allowed to hook up.
A lot of them are there for reasons that are salacious.
Oh, problems in the States?
Salacious. Well, I know a couple guys that was a big thing. When we were coming up, the guys above us, the big thing for them to get
cruise ships.
There was
and there's cruise ships. There's cruise ships that leave from Boston, right?
They leave from Boston, but they would have to go to Miami. They'd fly him down to Miami most of the time. Yeah. Back in the day, they were flying. But I remember one guy, he was an old guy, Bob Seibel. He was like an old comic, but he was well respected, really funny, old dude. His whole thing was, I want to get on the cruise ships, man, because he was at that age where it's like, I don't have any kids, I want to. And he finally got it, and he
killed himself 3 weeks later.
Worse, he hooked up with a girl on the cruise ship, and it was the captain's girlfriend.
Oh, jeez.
So he got a knock at his door, and they were like, "Hey, Mr. Seibel, we're going to upgrade you to a better cabin," and they took him up to the deck and flew him out on a helicopter.
Oh, hilarious!
Flew him back to shore and flew him back to Boston.
There was another comic I know that had sex with a guest on the cruise, and they helicoptered him off the cruise. If you get caught, it's weird. You're not allowed. It's like
fraternization.
It's against contract, I guess.
It's against contract, especially with the captain's girlfriend.
I think the captain's girlfriend goes, even if there was no contract, goes without saying, steer clear of that. It is funny when someone has like crazy stories, because there is a whole circuit of like C club comedians and stuff, and D club comedians that run around the country just kind of like half living out of their car, and they have so many stories of like, I think he's bigger than that, but like that Donnie Baker guy, remember? Like someone he fucked someone's husband or fucked someone's wife, and the husband came shooting at him or something.
It always comes down to somebody fucking somebody's something.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, I remember a couple of comics hear stories like that, like somebody coming after them. But that's my point almost. When you go, so wait, you went to a comedy club, fucked the comedian, and now our life is ruined, and we have to get divorced and the kids and blah, blah, blah. And you go, what comic was it? You're praying to God for a Theo Vaughn. You're praying to God for a Mark Normand or something. You're praying to God for a me or you. You definitely don't want to hear like...
Bob Seibel?
Yeah, Bob Seibel. Ron Johnston.
Yeah.
Who's that? He goes... He's a 50-year-old who's been doing it for 8 years.
You fucked Chucky Mavelli? What?
Yeah, exactly. That's funny. He goes, what happened? He goes, oh, my marriage was great until fucking Chips Cooney rolled into town. Was that, Christine?
Do you know how the guy got caught? Was it just like cameras or something?
Yeah, I don't know the details of it. I just remember I remember him wanting it so bad and finally getting it, and then everybody was so happy for him that he got it, because you have to, I think there's one woman who books them back then. I think it is that now too. So you have to audition, and when you get accepted, you just go. They put you out, you just keep going cruise ship after cruise ship, as many as you want, you go. $3,500 a week. You do your shows. Sometimes there's 2 shows. Sometimes there's a show every night.
Some of the show where there's all ages. There's a dirty one you have
do. You have to have 2 hours. You have to have back then you had to have a clean hour and a dirty hour. Now they let you do a little dirty, but you have to have a clean. Sometimes you have to do them as the people are boarding. They have comedy shows, and that's where the kids. But for those guys back then, $3,500 a week, consistently, no rent, no mortgage, you're just on a ship over and over. You're going fucking parasailing, you're learning scuba diving, you know how to drive a moped. You know what I mean? You're going you see all these places of the world. It was like the thing, especially back then in Boston, because a lot of guys got paid in cash, so they got into tax trouble.
Was it young comics that were hoping to get that thing, or was it the comics
No.
it was the long-time dinosaurs that were like, if I get this, it's a wrap? Because you have to either be, for that lifestyle to work for you, you either have to be young and single, or older and married, or with somebody for a long time for that to... Or you could be older and single, too. It works out, too. But if you're... There's guys,
it's guys when they give up. When it's like,
Yeah.
it's not going to happen. I'm going to be on the road for the rest of my life playing in Chinese restaurants in Boston.
Okay, yes.
So let me just go do this.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have to deal with club owners. I don't have to deal with rejection.
Yeah.
But these guys, I actually did a show, the PBA, the big one for the cops, was down in Florida somewhere. I don't know where it was. And they hired me to do a show there. But the lady who booked it was the cruise lady. So she had two of her cruise comics on before me.
Mm-hmm.
And I had to close it. And I'm not kidding you, dude. These guys get an hour of material and they polish it.
Oh, yeah.
And it is fucking fire.
Yeah.
They go up and murder. But it's jokes.
Benign shit.
Well, one of the guys had a joke about gays in the military.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, yo, dude, you can be gay now. You can be trans and be an admiral now.
Yeah.
And he was like, fire the rocket, you know. But people were dying. Like these cops didn't give a fuck. They were murdering.
Yeah, on the most basic shit. They don't want to be to have to even like listen or invest in some kind of story. They're just kind of like, yeah, that's like you, Jimmy. Yeah,
right.
People
So
like elbow each other.
they murdered in front of me. I had my first 5 minutes. You know, I'm up there trying to fucking, be a regular comic.
They're all worried here. It's like, hey, miss, you taking your father out for a thing? That's my husband. What?
Yeah.
What's he, 100 years older than you? I mean, oh my
I
God.
almost went back into marshmallows.
Marshmallows.
It was, those guys, man. I know a couple of them, and they love it.
I mean, the classic on this show is always going to be the Stephen Scott doing mouth instruments.
What is
on
it?
the boat.
Looking him up. He has no dates.
What?
Is he on a cruise?
I mean, he was.
He's got to be on cruises. You can't.
Nothing.
You don't promote a cruise.
He does in purple.
No
Wait,
way.
we'll go to the videos. We don't need any of this.
So you're expecting your fans to actually buy a cruise ticket? That's fucking pretty wild.
I mean, this is...
I expect people...
Come on, you didn't know this, the voice instrumentals?
No.
I've never showed you this.
I don't even know who this guy is.
Yes, you do.
Swear to God.
Stephen Scott, his dad was a news reporter here in the city, and he would be at the comic strip. He was a comic strip guy all the time.
I was never there.
Did the Cellar for a little bit, and his whole thing is he makes... Like, it was not his whole thing. His comedy was just blech. But this thing is so cruise ship ready, and it's so ridiculous. With a live band, he tries to explain to you this, like, there's always some kind of thing like, I didn't have a lot of friends growing up, so there was all the noises in my head. Like whatever dumb fucking introduction to this. And he starts playing his voice instruments, and then he goes around to real trained musicians who have worked hard at their craft, and even they, as good as they are, have ended up backing up this fucking idiot on a cruise ship. And it's just wild. Watch it. Take a peek. Enjoy yourself.
I'm wondering if I should start it from here or go in a little bit.
Give him a little taste of what he's showing you.
Okay.
I don't know this guy.
Yeah, that works.
He was on America's Got Talent a few years back.
I remember learning some saxophone. Oh yeah, I see it's working.
Oh,
Thank you,
yeah.
ladies.
We have that drop. Oh,
Doing
yeah.
Some harmonica.
Oh, yeah.
He's just doing the shit.
This is cruise ship.
Oh, let's do it.
Maybe that might come in handy in case I go to prison someday. What I'd do is I'd go into my room, whip out my best imaginary Fender Stratocaster, and I'd wail away on these imaginary guitar licks like this.
He's dedicated his life to this.
Oh yeah. See what I mean?
It never gets old of it. Could you imagine? Bobby, could you imagine?
I don't know. I just bought a house. I might. On weekends, I might be doing this shit.
Bobby's voice-instrumental solo.
Thursday through Sunday cruises.
I might do Thursday through Sunday cruises with the voices in my head.
All right, try this. Here we go. So that's a hard one.
Oh my God, the banter.
Dude, cruise ship entertainment is got to be. I swear to God, it should be like a docu-series.
I would have been okay if somebody threw something at him on this. I'm not for that. I'm not for violence on stage, but if someone chucked something at him, goes, I can't with this.
It's just a Carnival Cruise mug.
That's Bobby. I'm Jay. And to get our full show, sign up for a SiriusXM subscription at SiriusXM.com/bonfire. Support our show. Don't be some jerk off just taking the free stuff. Let them know you want us to be here forever.
Or we won't.
Or we won't.
Subscribe.
He lined here. Here. I dropped my dog off.
Where?
Here.
Right? Where?
Right here.
Here.
How am I supposed to say it?
Here.
Right here.
Right here.
Right here.
Here.
There's just some stuff going around that I am a snack eater.
Yep. Yeah, I came in. There's no snacks.
There's snacks right there, bro.
It's bad snacks.
Okay. Well, guess what?
That's a Christine complaint. If you got that complaint.
Guess what, motherfucker? Because it's about to change. Because I went to Canner's and this motherfucker got you some $20 of chocolate rucola, $20 of Florentines. Now stick those up your ass, motherfuckers.
Get them on the table,
Fuck.
bitch.
Now who do I throw my carbonara at, you cocksuckers? God damn, dude. The people, like, I'm sorry I wanted to hang out with y'all. And then before I could do it, it's the same shit that happened last night with this girl where I was like, you know.
She paid?
You were just staring at her shrimp scampi all night?
No.
You gonna have all that?
No.
A woman of your stature shouldn't be eating all of her sandwich.
If you get garlic bread, I think I'll have some of your garlic bread too.
You ever dip it in marinara? Real good.
Come on, girl. That body don't need all
You gonna-
that flan.
Can I take a sip of your root beer?
You're going to have the filet mignon and the porterhouse side. Come on, break me off a little piece of that. Give me a little flank of that steak.
You know, I see you're not eating all the rest of your shrimp. Let me get the tails. Suck on your shrimp tail. No, I went out. She came to the show. She brought a friend. We go. I did Shimmy last night. It was great. Jeselnik, Tim Dillon showed up. It was a lot of fun, man. The store was really great the last couple days. And the week that we were there it feels like it's kind of back. Do you know what I mean? Like
was awesome.
It really, really has a good vibe again.
Yeah. Vibe.
And so this girl comes who I've been hooking up with on and off, and I want her to come back to the hotel, which we've had sex already before, but she's like. Not like, I guess she's like, I'm just tired, but then she's like, hey, let's go out to eat, and I take her out, her and her friend.
Bitch, I thought you were tired. You tired to fuck.
Yeah. but you want some, but you wanted.
She goes, I just need some fuck fuel.
I need some Dantana.
Well, we did.
Some carbonara might get my mouth juicing for your hog pig.
So I take her, so they go to Jones, which is like this Italian restaurant. It's not Dantana's quality at all, but I take them there. We get burrata, we get fucking pizza, and we get a salad. And we're hanging, and then out of nowhere, she just goes, hey, I'm just really tired, so I'm going home. She already called the Uber, right? And I was like, oh, okay, cool, you're leaving from here? And she's like, yeah. And then we walk outside, and then her friend's like, well, I'm going to call an Uber. And I go, well, where do you live?
Are
And
you
she's
going
like,
to blow me a chicken palms word?
no. You tell me if what I did was right or wrong. She then...
I'm gonna go because I'm still hungry because you ate everything.
All right, I'm going to have the chicken piccata. And, honey, what are we having?
I did kind of eat everything.
Of course.
Have you guys heard of chicken
paid for it.
cacciatore? I had some of it a couple weeks ago.
You said I paid for it. Did you say that to her when you were reaching over to her plate? She goes, excuse me. You go, I paid for it, bitch.
No.
I see you keep itching to get that Uber coming.
I go Buca de Beppo style. It's family. Family. No, but then then I tried to be like, so she's like jumping in her Uber, and I go, okay, and then I look at her friend, I go, where do you live? And she's like, oh, I live on Beechwood Drive or whatever, which is close enough to like the hotel that I stay at that it's like not a pain in the ass. So I'm like, I'll just give you a ride. And she's like, what? You're not going to give me a ride, but you give her a ride? And I was like, you called the Uber. It's already here before the time I found out.
Wait, who are you giving a ride to?
Her friend. I tried to like be nice because I'm trying to fuck the one girl. I was like, oh, well, I'll help her friend out because she already has an Uber going home. Does that make sense?
No.
Wait, you took them both out to eat?
No.
No, I wanted to hang out with one girl, but she brought her friend.
You paid,
And,
you paid for
and
both?
I paid for both of them. Yeah,
Really?
Yeah. It was like three things.
But how'd you not see that? She brought the friend. That's to not hook up. That's like the move.
Because she's brought a friend. Yes, maybe, but also we've already hooked up before. In the
If a girl said, if it was a hookup and she goes, "Can I bring my friend to go to dinner with you?" That's saying like that. I don't want to hook up. That's how I would take that. I completely.
Sure,
that's what it is.
and I know it's definitely cock blockable.
But you were like, I could bust through it. I'm gonna drive your friend home.
I'm simply the best.
Did you try to fuck the friend?
No, not at all. It's like I especially because what happened was then.
But if she goes, did you fuck my friend? You go, Buca de Pepper, baby. It's all family style here. I got a little bit of everything. Scampi,
Hey,
your friend Michelle.
I got a couple extra arugula in my pocket from last week that I hid from Jay and Christine.
Check this out. Inside pocket, rice balls. Oh, I got some pocket cacciatore.
Left corner pocket, chicken dumplings.
That's why I wear
What do you
these
need?
pants with all these pockets. I got
Actually use my cargo supplies.
I got 5 peanut pretzels left.
Oh, it's so funny. I'm bringing my friend, so just so you know, he's like, I love that. That's another dish I get to pick from. If she goes, I'll have the same thing as her. You go, hang on, sweetheart. I know you're new here, but you can't get the same thing as her because I'm going to get a little taste of everything.
We all gotta diversify.
So it can
You
be a
get
Parmesan,
chicken.
but it can't be a chicken Parmesan because we've already got that represented.
But you can get the veal parmesan.
You get the veal Parmesan.
But if I was you, I'd get a piccata. A nice lemon
You know
butter.
what? Just let me pick for everybody.
I'll order for the table.
I did order for the
Put spaghetti in front of this one. Slap the rigatoni meat sauce over here. I'll have the Sunday gravy.
And hey, we got to get dessert. Even if you don't want it, we got to get it.
I tried to get us dessert, but we already had to.
She's like, my Uber's coming.
Yeah, and I was like, we're gonna get it. Come on, tiramisu is great here.
Then we'll have a nightcap back at my hello. Where you at? Did you leave already? I'm driving your friend home.
I'm taking a Tartufo ball in my pocket for after I fuck you in the ass.
Bitch, I'm gonna eat spumoni off your pussy.
It's Neapolitan. Chocolate, strawberry, and me.
You travel with fucking cookies.
Dude, those
Dude,
came from L.A.
Those not only does it come from L.A.
I think it's illegal what you've done.
The hall, really? No,
it's
I
not.
went through, dude. I went
Josh,
through.
it's not.
I know it's not because I went through TSA and they didn't even stop me at all.
No, you can take cookies from LA to.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
What's
cross
funny?
state lines.
This is actually the God's honest truth. I wanted to make sure that these were as fresh could be, so I woke up at 3:45 a.m. because my flight was at 6, and then I drove to fucking Canners, bought these.
I'm so happy for you, of all people, that it was serving. Cantor's has become a bitchy, angry place.
Oh,
that
it's, dude.
No one enjoys. I've gone there, and they go, yeah, we're not giving the cookies right now. And you go, why not? And they go, it's busy. I don't feel like walking over there.
Yeah.
And he goes, I think you're supposed to make a better lie than that. Don't tell me the real reason. It hurts. I don't want to. I had that. I'll always remember that from Montreal.
I don't like your face. Your face bugs me.
A place called Dunn's that I love the
love
smoked
Dunn's.
meat from in Montreal. But another one, just Montreal in general, though, there's the service up there is garbage. They fucking are shit. And I remember going to Dunn's and I go, I'll have the smoked meat sandwich and the fries. And, I'm going to get a strawberry milkshake, actually. And he goes, yeah, dude. He goes, I think it's too busy for that. And I went, what? He goes, it's too busy. He goes, I don't have time to make the milkshake. And I was like, what? No, I think, is the machine broken? He goes, no. And I go, you should tell people the machine's broken and not just like, I won't do that for you. I know it says it on the menu, but I don't have time to cross that out. So it's better just to tell you I don't feel like making it. I didn't feel like he didn't want to do it.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
You gotta kind of respect it.
I respected the gangster.
I mean, that's like a bartender, like, you know, hating the girls that order the espresso martinis because they're like a pain in the ass. So you're the male version of the espresso martini bitch.
Well, I'm not, because he didn't make it for me reluctantly. I'm a fat man who he went, I'm not. And quite frankly, I'm saving your life. Not only am I being lazy the way I want to be, I'm also being a fucking hero.
Yeah. He actually
I go,
did
maybe
it.
that guy's right. Maybe that was the day I turned it around and go, that guy's right. I surely shouldn't be having milkshakes, dude, with smoked meat and fries.
He actually did that because of that.
What's that, Christine?
Just the girl being pissed about you. Like, was she just pissed that you were offering her friend a ride? Like, she thought you were going to hook up with. She thought you were going to try something with her friend because she did already order.
Then she accused, because the Uber. She literally let me know that the Uber was there. That at the moment she was like, "Yeah, I'm leaving." Oh, and the Uber's here, and so I was like, "Oh, I guess we're walking out." And then, you know, she gets in the Uber, and I say to her friend, I was like, "Do you?" Or I don't know. She's getting in as I look at her friend, and I'm like, "Do you need a ride?" And she's like, "Yeah." And then she's like, "You'll give her a ride, but not me." And then gets in the car. I open the door. I'm like, "Dude, what?"
Was this a large, boisterous black woman?
Had she
that impression
asked you
was.
for a ride?
Oh, hell, you gonna give her a ride, not give me a ride?
And
I wish a motherfucker would. I wish a motherfucker would.
I should have ordered more shit on this motherfucker.
Yeah, with your dust ass.
Shit, I should have got a tiramisu to go. Get one of them cannolis. Slap it up with the cheese and the chips.
Yeah, I should have got Kanokis, motherfucker.
This goofy ass white
More
motherfucker.
Parmesan on it. More Parmesan.
You gonna drive home some skinny bitch instead of taking me home.
What?
Did she take the food home too?
I know we ate the food.
Did you just ate it all?
I mean, I
Sorry,
the,
that was
the
a dumb-
pizza,
dumb question.
The pizza, the pizza, the girls ate a lot of. The salad, everybody kind of just ate, and then the burrata, they didn't really fuck with the burrata, so I did most of the burrata.
Good for you.
Yeah, but it's like good because they had like really good like flatbread garlic naan, kind of like Italian garlic naan. Yeah, it was good.
Garlic naan.
Yeah,
Sounds good.
But the thing was, so she gets in the car, and then I'm like, what the fuck, dude? And her friend's like, she's like, let me give you a ride home. I'll give you the intel on her. And I'm like, I don't really care. Like, this is annoying. This is more.
The friend that you drove home, so she's gonna give you the intel on her.
On her, and I go, this is so different. I say to her, I go, listen, I was like, I'm 44 years old. She's 30. I was like, I don't fucking need the headache. I don't really.
You have to give your age.
And then-
Look,
and then-
I'm 44. I'm half.
Next year I'm gonna be 45. Last year I was 42.
I got 30 summers left. That's Bob Kelly's joke, a.k.a. somebody else's joke, a.k.a. somebody else's joke.
Bobby stole a stolen joke.
I didn't steal it. Suck my.
So then she calls while we're in the car.
Are you
And I
sucking? Are you sucking her titties?
I try to pick up, and it just goes blank. Then it happens again, it goes blank, and then she calls her friend, and then she's like, and now you guys won't call, you won't pick up the phone, and
You
blah
sure
blah
she
blah.
wasn't black?
I
Your impression is very black.
I mean, your impression is.
I called, you answer. That's how it worked.
I call her phone and you don't pick up. Now she's with you. Hey, let me ask you a question.
I've been known the bitch was a slut from day one. Since I met her, we were both working at Pathmark together.
I'm a hoe. I know a hoe.
We stole deodorant at Rite Aid together.
We suck the same motherfucker's dick. I know this bitch.
Hey, was the other girl? Let me ask you a question. This
Yeah.
is very, very poignant question. Was the other girl that you were going to give it a ride home? Was she as hot as the girl you wanted to bang?
No,
There you
but
go.
she was hot though.
Hot enough, but not hot enough to even think about
Not
it.
like.
To ruin the other
She looked
one.
like she looked like Genevieve Jolie. I think that's her
Oh.
name, the porn star. Oh, I thought you would know.
I mean, Genevieve.
Jolie.
Jolie.
Christine, have fun trying to spell that when you Google it. Gianni.
I think it's with a J. I think it's with a J. I think it's with a J.
Jolli.
At any point when she said she was bringing a friend, were you like, threesome?
Jolie, this girl? This
Her
girl's
friend
eyes
looked-
are close
Her
together.
friend looked like her. Yeah.
Oh, it looks like her eyes are too close
Why
together.
don't you just Google her name?
I don't remember. I don't remember names very well.
Whoa.
Yeah, she's really hot.
She's all right.
She's really hot. She got that grip.
You
That
spunked a lot to
gorilla
Genevieve
grip.
Jolie?
Yeah.
Say what?
You spunked a lot to Genevieve Jolie?
I have. Yeah.
Tell you what, our right, her left pussy lip is a real dangler.
Yeah. Yeah. It looks like a Muppet mouth.
Dangly spangly.
It really, actually, it looks like, if you look at her pussy sideways, it looks like a mouth with a tongue sticking like this.
Yeah, it does. It looks like a little kid.
Yeah, like it's going.
It's like the Nirvana.
That's what that girl looked
logo.
like.
So did you drive the girl back to the house? And
I drove her back to her place.
What was the intel? Did she give you intel?
What was the skinny?
She's like saying like she thinks like
she got a dick.
She doesn't want to.
She don't want me to tell you.
She doesn't want to think you're like a fuck boy or she. I don't remember, to be honest with you. It was very like
I tuned it out.
She was like,
she goes. I saw her mouth go like this. I saw her mouth going like this, but all I heard was skiddly dap, skibop, a wibbly doo.
What happened to predictability?
I was just thinking about the tiramisu I didn't get.
Oh man, I really would have loved
Can't believe this bit. Look at her looking like Genevieve Jolie and a belly full of no dessert.
What's that panna cotta over there? I hate it. Let me get a panna cotta.
Hey, you have any snacks in your house? I did divert about 5 minutes to come drop y'all. If you wouldn't mind. Also, your third of the tip was $8.
FYI.
Also, you can Venmo me later if you ain't got the cash on you, because I gotta be honest, I got change.
I got Zelle. I got Zelle too.
I'm big on Cash App. Yeah, I pay Metro PCS. I do everything wrong.
Well, that's nice that you got the cookies, man. Did you
Awesome.
Did you eat any?
No, I didn't eat any of them.
You didn't have one?
Completely unsealed bags. No, because I bought my own. I bought my own to bring. Yeah, I didn't want to I wanted these to be thick and robust. I wanted
That was
them to
nice
be,
about this, Josh.
What?
Me and Christine last night at Morton Williams purchased those kind of cookies. They had them there.
Not nearly as good.
Not nearly as good. They weren't bad.
They weren't bad.
They weren't
but
bad.
They weren't these.
I just said when I bid it, I was like, they're good, but they're not the ones from Cantor's.
Yeah. Well, now you got them. Now you got about $20 worth of them, which I think is about 4 cookies.
That's awesome. Well, just so you know,
Did you bring me my turkey chili that you ate?
No, because
I like
you offered.
I like
that.
you thought about it though. He goes, did I bring home turkey?
Well, I was trying to think. When did
I brought the dog.
At what point of the night did I eat turkey chili? Let me remember.
Was that after I ate his Greek salad?
Bobby, I'm sorry, I couldn't do it, but I did bring you this Hormel chili.
That was in between the quesadilla of Justin and
the turkey club of Big J Okerson.
Yeah, we just pieced together.
He's looking like this with his fingers pointed at the meal. He goes, okay, a little bit of that,
A little bit of this.
a little bit of that quesadilla.
A little bit of quesadilla in my life.
a little bit.
A little bit of thing makes Josh here full. Whoa!
That's fucking stupid.
Oh, shit.
Everything's stupid.
It was very sweet of you to bring these
That's
cards.
very,
you
very
guys.
sweet.
I love you.
Very, very
And, just tell me where to send the carbonara.
I'm so excited for
Oh, should we itemize it?
I will bring I can do that. Let me come on. Let me find a good carbonara spot in New York, and then I'll just come on one day, and I'll just bring a big fucking.
You can't bring
You can't bring a carbonara to dinner.
Carbonara-
Jacob will never touch it.
And by the
Black
time-
Lou's got a family, so he'll probably get in trouble for eating dinner at work and not eating at home.
It's gonna get hard. It's gonna be like a brick by the time it gets here.
DJ Lou's gonna bring it home and put tuna fish and peas in it.
Yeah. He's gonna eat it like a cookie.
Hey, this carbonara needs a little something.
Peas,
canned tuna fish.
Breadcrumbs, homemade.
Have you had his fucking food yet?
Yeah, I mean, I grew up on it. My mom used to make chicken. Tuna, cream of tuna over white rice.
Oh god!
So it was tuna fish, cream of mushroom soup, peas.
Bobby
white rice.
He only dealt with DJ Lewis for a little bit though, because it came right back out of you.
It was because it was cold. It wasn't hot. It wasn't fresh.
No,
That's not
it
why.
was hot. It was hot. He melted the Kraft slice on top
Yeah,
of
it
it.
was bad.
Jacob,
You
wanted to try it.
think that Kraft slice just melts itself?
Well, on that, yeah, it's just
It just cries over it.
It's a chemical. No, it wasn't. It wasn't that bad, Lou. I mean, it wasn't the best.
For gas station ingredients, I thought it was pretty good.
It's good, pretty good
Yeah.
for gas station ingredients, without a doubt. In a pinch, I'll tell you what, if you were starving and your stomach was hurting,
Yeah, if you were in prison.
eat the shit out of that. Prison,
Yeah.
it's better than prison loaf. It's better than prison loaf.
If you were in Rikers Island, it'd be fucking awesome.
When we were on the Jelly Roll tour, one of the guys on our bus who had been in prison made I guess it was prison chili, and it was like fucking romaine, not romaine, the lettuce, the noodles, the ramen
Ramen.
noodles, Hormel like
put it
beans
in a bag?
or whatever. Put it in a fucking bag. He called them swelling the noodles. You got to swell those noodles in this huge bag of noodles, and then he cut up pieces of Slim Jims as like the sausage.
Yeah.
Ew.
And then he took Doritos, crushed them up, and mixed that. Dude, it was great.
It's not. It's a prison thing. I've seen this on prison
But it was
shows.
great. It wasn't bad. It wasn't horrible. I mean, you're high. It was great.
It wasn't as good as Dantana's.
No, God, no. No. It wasn't as good as Jones either last night.
Even Jones last night. I'm going to drive your friend home, you Ubering bitch.
I should have gave you a bag of chili.
Yeah. I took you to a nice place. I don't even, you missing out. I learned how to make bag chili.
I made prison chili. Yeah, this is
Here's
gross.
prison chili with hot dogs. I mean, it's kind of what we had that band made, Christine, right?
They just made ramen with little hot dogs cut up in it.
Yeah.
That's not
No chili.
chili.
Yeah, that's disgusting.
Ugh.
It looks like shit.
Yeah, it's not great, but when you're high,
We're not in prison anymore.
Yeah.
We don't have to do this.
He's like, then stop sleeping in my bunk.
yeah, you gotta
give him
swallow those noodles.
Well, let me tell you, we're actually not in jail anymore. He goes, right. So stop sneaking in my bunk.
You better sit down when you pee. I don't want no splash.
Prison chili. Nope. Although it does look like that other thing, Bobby, that I do kind of want to try. What do you call it? American chop suey?
American
Yeah, that
chop
looks
suey is
good.
awesome.
But it's comfat food flavor. Awesome. It's not like nobody can make like a stellar one.
Yes, you can.
How? Baby carrots.
No carrots. You can't put carrots in it. It's onions, mushrooms, peppers. Saute those, and then you get the hamburger.
That looks
saute
good.
that, and then you get the elbow noodles. I do it with rigatoni because it goes inside the rigatoni. Like the meat goes inside, like a little tube.
Dude, you almost made DJ Lou hard over
Oh,
there.
dude, and you got to eat it with a spoon. You can't eat it with a fork.
You'd be a fool too.
You got to eat it with a spoon.
It's like what Hamburger Helper is based on, right?
Yeah.
Well,
Absolutely.
It's what it was. It came. Hamburger Helper came from that.
It's high level. It's
It's-
high level
My
hamburger.
mom never let us.
You know what?
We never ate that.
I'll
ever.
I'll
What?
make it for you.
At Hamburger Helper. We never eat that.
I had a handful of times in my life.
We never did stovetop. We never did any
did
of the
that.
real
we did
fucking white
Thanksgiving.
trashy.
We did stovetop. We did all the white trash stuff with that. We did stovetop, minute rice. I said our only highfalutin thing was that our frozen pizza was French bread pizza.
Nice.
That's right, Stouffer's.
Stouffer's was good.
Yeah,
like
Elio's.
Stouffer's.
Elio's. I thought people who got Elio's was trash.
I did like Elio's.
But no, we'd get Elio's sometimes and we'd rock it down. But you knew things were going all right. Mom had a good week at the Big and Tall clothing store. If we were fucking eating some fucking French breads.
But Stouffer's, you had to wait so long to take a bite.
It takes like
because
40
you would burn the roof of your. It would just immediately.
Also, if you make it good, it's a two-step process. Don't forget, you have to microwave a little bit. Then you got to oven, you got a toaster oven it.
I did it without. We didn't have microwaves. That's how old I am. You had to put it in the oven for fucking 45 minutes,
And
and
then-
then let it cool. Because you when you bit into a Stouffer's,
For sure.
it vacuums. It fit your mouth
Yeah.
like a dental,
And
and it would just
It paints the top.
stick. The hard crust would stick to the teeth, and then the hot lava cheese and sauce would stick to the roof of your mouth, and you had to peel it off if you didn't eat it right.
Yeah, if you looked at your like the gums underneath your
Oh yeah.
underneath your teeth afterward, it looked like fucking haunted house curtains.
You
Like holes and shredded, like pieces hanging
you
off.
you had to go from a side. You could never go straight on with the Stouffer's. You had to go from the side so it didn't fit your mouth perfectly.
Yeah, you have to do little small bites
Little
throughout.
small
'Cause if
bites,
not,
yeah.
dude, I think like
I feel that's what happens
pizza
when people
mouth-
pour tar on you. When people tar you to burn you with hot tar,
Yeah.
that's what I feel like it does because it gets on you and you can't escape it. You can feel there's a pepperoni wedged up in there that's just it's destroying everything.
That's like the guy who poured the gold in Game of Thrones on the
Yeah,
guy's
yeah,
head.
exactly, yeah.
A king for a crown or some shit.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Stouffer's was great.
Would fuck your.
I used to
roof
steal
up.
it all the time when I was a kid. When I was out on the streets, we'd go in and steal Stouffer's pizzas and the fried chicken. The the TV dinner fried chicken was great.
God.
Oh, it was so good, dude. It would take 5 hours to cook though for some reason because it was just frozen solid.
We made a pigeon.
I'll tell you a fat kid thing for sure. Those kids' meals, those popped up in my life when my brother and sisters were born, and so whatever that brand is, where it's the kids, TV dinners. No, the
Oh.
kids' TV dinners. I forget, but they had pretty good desserts, and I would just like you said with what you're doing with the girls last night. I would stare your kids' cuisine. I would stare at my siblings while they ate their kids' cuisines, hoping to God they didn't eat their desserts so I can go in for them.
Actually, I do remember the kid cuisine brownies were great.
Brownie.
Oh,
hot.
God, it was like hot. But that was like molten lava, too. That was like...
Molten lava.
That's why all these kids are fucking dying from peanuts.
We burn their
That's
mouths.
stupid shit.
Oh, what
Just
is
all
that? Is
cancer.
that little
Ooh.
brownie bites?
Kids cuisine.
Tic-tac-toe cookies. Yeah,
I mean,
they
that's
made
just
some-
all cancer.
Oh, I'm certain of it. But man, kids' cuisine, leftover, whatever they would leave over. I did SpaghettiOs for sure, though. There was just
SpaghettiOs
things,
were
but
good.
they were just
SpaghettiOs.
things you kept in the house. Well, listen, anything's good when you put a pile.
like a nuclear holocaust.
My SpaghettiOs, when I was done putting cheese on SpaghettiOs, it looked it was a different color. It went from red to pink.
Did you ever eat cold SpaghettiOs?
No,
No, I'm not that fucking...
I did.
there's no reason to ever.
Oh, it wasn't that bad. It was kind of sweet.
You cracked open a can and
Wow,
just
too.
fucking ate it?
Crack open a can and just spoon it in your
Oh,
mouth.
you...
What were you, a fucking trolley hobo?
Sometimes I didn't have time.
Are you one of the mercenaries in Predator?
Sometimes I had to fight for a living.
He's just eating out of a thing.
he's just shaving with no fucking...
Camp Town ladies, sing this song, doo-dah, doo-dah.
Day. Molten chocolate brownie burning the roof of my mouth. Can I have some
I'll tell you,
piccata?
and I have in my life, I've had,
I would just let Josh go if we could.
why not?
Let him go as far as he can with that song.
I would have kept going.
And the time is almost done. Goodbye
Oh,
today. Bonfire
Drop you
back.
off, Uber sucks.
I've had, have we ever once, Christy, did we try one time to do TV dinners? Like, let's just do it one time. I think we went to Key Food years
did.
ago, and we're like, let's just do TV dinners. But it was almost a novelty of like, oh, let's go pick out like 2 TV dinners and get them. But I remember times in life, a handful, maybe 5 TV dinners I've ever had in my life. It's a sad, you can't make that not sad.
Well, you had to get the tables back then, the foldable TV dinner tables in the living room.
Trash.
Because it was when you used to eat, you used to eat at the dinner table. But
No,
when you had
we didn't.
TV dinners, you would eat in front
Dude,
of the TV.
his family watched. Dude, they watch TV. There's,
Jay was just
there's like
lying on
9 people.
Almost nobody was home. Like
Jay
everyone
was lying on the carpet,
Yes.
watching TV from his bedroom down the hall.
tummy
and
time,
he-
dude. He was tummy time.
100% laying on my stomach, eating a cheesesteak on the floor.
What the fuck, man? That's the saddest
We
shit.
had carpeting.
Okay, that makes it
I bet
better.
it was matted.
No.
It was like a deer lying down in grass for the night.
Looked like Rohan Marley's
No, we had-
dreadlocks.
You could just
We
see
had
Big
puffy-
Jay's belly button imprint in the carpet.
We had puffy carpet in Philly, and then we moved to South Jersey. It was carpeting, and it was a new house, so it was a new carpeting. It was great.
Yeah.
Now it's not carpeting, actually. I think now they got rid of the carpet. But when I was younger, yeah, my spot was laying on the floor on my tummy, eating my food on the floor.
That's so sad and cute at the same time.
Felt great.
I want to see it. And
I loved it. Oh my god, by the way, when they wrap cheesesteak, like no economy of that paper at all. The paper was just huge. You'd unwrap the cheesesteak and your big fucking French fries over here. Oh, it was so great. Those days are gone.
no, they're not. You can do them tonight.
Well, we got a cheesesteak on Sunday. Christine's been sick from it ever since.
Really? Wait, you get it from
It was
New
a
York?
bad cheesesteak. It wasn't very good.
It turned.
That's what I'm going to do tonight. I'm going to drive to Philadelphia and get a cheesesteak. I got
Oh,
nothing to do
dude,
tonight.
I would love a fucking roast pork sandwich from Tony Luke's.
That's the fucking. What's the one in the?
Tony
little-
Luke's in Brooklyn.
What's
They
the
have
one they got in the market? What's that place
Ishka
In Philly.
Bibbles? No.
No,
in Philly?
the-
Starts with a D, right?
yeah,
That one. Was
Fuck!
great.
Someone's screaming at their radio right now.
Del Fresco's?
No,
Keep going.
Del Computers?
no, Defonte.
Del Harris?
I'm confusing with the place
Del
in New York
Tones?
now. Look in Reading Terminal cheesesteak,
Delaware?
sandwich shop.
Del Monte?
He fucking said it. What you
Dell
call
Computers.
I said Del Computers.
Oh, you did.
Delicious.
Del. Adele?
The Knicks.
The Knicks. That's what it is.
The Knicks.
That was probably one of the best sandwiches I've ever had.
I
At the
think,
Knicks.
dude. But here's what's crazy about Philly sandwiches and how great they are is that everybody sucks the dick of the cheesesteak, but I'm telling you, the roast pork with broccoli rabe and provolone.
I've said this.
Might be.
I go, you guys really fucking jerk yourselves off with the cheesesteak.
It's better than anything else.
And
though.
dude,
The roast pork sandwich, never seen it any other city, and I've never had a sandwich as that
You never
good.
saw the cheesesteak in the city until Boston stole it and flipped the words.
It's a steak and cheese, and we had it before I even knew what fucking Philly existed.
Steak and cheese should have the word egg in the middle.
There's no egg in it.
I know, but there should be.
There should be no egg.
It's a hunk of shit.
It is not.
Do they
dude.
really?
Fucking
I don't say go to
Boston-
Philadelphia and get the fucking chowder.
because you can't get good chowder, but you can't get a
Right.
good roast pork sandwich. They don't have it. They don't have good roast beef sandwiches. Boston has insane steak and cheese.
It's all right.
It's great.
It's all right.
It's great.
And there's a few great places. Philly, every place is great for
Not-
cheesesteak.
Not true.
Did they
Yeah.
just submit and start calling it a cheesesteak? Because Boston Magazine is saying cheesesteak in Boston.
Ooh, pussies.
No, they didn't.
They bailed.
No, they didn't.
Look, Boston Magazine. These are the best places to get a cheesesteak in Boston.
Nah, that's just some Philly
Ew.
asshole.
That's
that
also
moved
a
to
really
Boston.
ugly cheesesteak right
me
there.
see.
that looks terrible. Bread looks
First
good.
one's
though.
Nah, that sucks.
That
That's
looks ass.
That's an exotic place that looks all right.
That's all right.
That looks like what is that called?
Al's.
Is that a steak and cheese?
Al's
That's a
Cafe.
steak and cheese.
No, these all say cheesesteaks,
No,
and it says Philadelphia.
Damn. They submitted. You bet you took the knee.
I didn't know that was a thing. That it was like that Boston had the steak and cheese.
Yeah, it's just a ripoff.
Oh, they're
Because
just
in
fucking
Maryland,
assimilating.
there was a place TQ Subs. My buddy, me and Greg used to go there for lunch.
TQ subs?
Do you know it? No,
I
of
don't.
course
I
you
was,
don't.
but I was just.
But they had
going
this.
over
It was all. It was a Greek owned, and it was very like
Jacob
stock
liked
and the guy would talk like he'd be like he's like number 45 stock and chess, and that would be like the order. So that was where cheesesteak.
What was it called?
He would call it. He was a cheese. He would call it steak and cheese.
What we say? How does
Stock
that?
and chess.
Stock and chess. I
He's
like that.
Number 45 stock and chess.
I like that better. Stock and chess.
Hoshua. Be like Josh.
Right, hush! Hush you are! Hush!
I that pork sandwich though. You guys should promote that more than your dumb cheesesteak or steak and cheese.
Have you ever been to? Have you done Dead Crow in Wilmington?
Yeah.
So there is a place. They put you at the Ballast Hotel, and I ask every city I go.
I haven't answered yet.
Have you been?
No.
Okay. Well, you should. It's a great room. It's a great room. I'll set you up with the people. If you
Hey,
need
sit
them.
me with the people and get me a
It's
I'll send you.
you better hope this sandwich he's talking about is good because it's 100 seats.
No. It's 150.
I won't
think
be able
it's
to pay for it.
150. So no,
It's
moved
100
it. They
in
moved
capacity.
it. They moved it. They moved it. It's bigger.
Oh, it's not the downstairs one anymore?
No.
Oh.
It's bigger. It's a bigger venue.
Ooh.
That being said, though, the hotel manager they said Guy Fieri came for diners, drive-ins, and dives, and there's a restaurant called the Copper Penny, and it's owned by this guy from Philly, and he does this is what he did on Triple D was the roast pork broccoli rabe sandwich with provolone. It's so I went there for the 2 days I was there. I had 3 out of the 4 meals. I had that sandwich.
Diners,
It's
drive-ins,
that-
and dives.
Copper Penny, if there's people out there that fuck with it and they know what I'm talking about, fucking DM me.
Threw me with the triple D.
Let's connect over it. Let's
He goes-
connect over it.
He said Triple D, and I went, tits? What? And then I stopped listening to you, and I kept thinking of Triple D.
You thought you were thinking of the midget,
Diners, drives,
from
and
Total
dives.
Recall?
What do you say now? Now, what about diners, drives, and dives?
I tell you what, the what is it? The roast sandwich in Chicago stinks.
Italian beef?
It blows.
I like good one.
I don't want to dip. Don't dip my sandwich and make the bread wet.
I don't mind that if it's
That's
done right.
gross. I don't want a wet piece of bread. Who the fuck wants that?
I like when you dip it yourself.
You dip it. I like when you dip it.
Well, at Maison Pickle, we all dip our
Listen,
sandwiches.
When,
When
you
you-
guys
when
dip,
you-
I dip, we dip.
When you dip, I dip. We should all dip.
Everyone dips.
When you have the
dipping
option
now.
of dipping, I'm fine with that. But
Bobby,
you
just put
should
your
be
hand
forced.
up on my hip, and then if I dip, you dip. We'll dip.
We'll dip. Yeah, dipping it on your own. For them dipping it and they dunk it. Ugh.
Christine, your thoughts? You're a dip.
I thought she was a dingbat.
They're all dingbats, but
Oh, they're
Christine's
all-
a dip.
She's a dip.
Dip. Dip.
I'm so hungry right now.
Yeah,
All this dip talk?
I know, dude. I'm fucking.
All this talk about Triple D? What does Triple D say we should do in New York?
I slept through the fucking flight meal.
What was your
which-
meal?
It
What
would
are
have
you
been. It
gonna
would
pick?
have been like it was eggs and
Avocado toast?
No. It's like eggs and like fucking a saw, like a ham.
Delta? Was it
Parfait.
Delta?
Yeah, it's Delta.
It was. I'll tell you exactly what it was. It was French toast. It was Greek yogurt with fruit, or it was the frittata.
It was the frittata.
Thank
yeah.
you.
Yeah. But I still would have ate it. I live for that.
I always go. I go the Greek yogurt.
Dude, I get excited about plain food.
There's something about getting free food because I was growing.
It's not free.
It's not free, but it's free to me.
Sure, yeah.
And I just want other people on the plane behind me to see me eating.
Yeah, it feels great.
Silverware.
It feels great.
Oh, it makes me so. Because I remember watching people in first class get the meal, and they would come over and bring the drink, and then the napkin, and then the plate, and I would smell it, and I'd be like, "Fuck!" And I'd be sitting eating like Sun Chips or a biscuit.
Oh yeah,
I was so jealous.
So I had one of those moments today. So I go to drop my car off at the Hertz, and then you get on the bus, and the bus takes you to LAX, and it stops first at Southwest, and it's a packed bus too because it was 6 a.m. We're the first flight out basically, and so they drop a bunch of people off at Southwest, and then like they get to the Delta terminal. And like me and then like these two girls and this family get off. And I'm Delta 1, so they have a special entrance on the bottom floor that there's literally like a door guy there that checks your name and he goes, okay, you come in. I mean, and it's like, dude, there's no wait. And then there's like, you go through the TSA, there's nobody bothering you. And then they take an elevator up to the Delta Sky Lounge. It's the most baller shit.
The way it should be.
The way it should be for the amount of money that we're spending to fucking fly. And all the other people followed me to the gate, and then I got through, and then they were like, "Yeah, it's like so. This is for Delta." And he goes, "Are you on Delta 1?" They're like, "No." And there's like, "Yeah, you can't come in." And I just looked back. I was like, "Sorry, yo."
You know, man. You know when I get that is when they're boarding the plane and they don't understand the zone or what they just go up and they're just about to call first class. And they go up and they give and I know then I just see that blue thing on their phone.
Yeah.
And I just let them go. And they get up and they go first class. And then they have to walk by all of us and they go, oh shit, no, we're not boarding you yet. Beat it.
I do that when people start doing the early lineup and I'm first class. I love stepping in front of that whole thing. It looks like it's going to be odd, but I'm just looking. I go, if they ever said anything, I'd be like, yeah, I'm looking over your shoulder. You're not going in first before me. So I'm just going to, I know you've been standing here 15 minutes, but this is how it works.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, dick face.
Here's what happens.
Sorry, soldier.
What also is great is when they have the line and you've missed your initial first class zone, and so they have like the lines for like 2 or 3 that's like line out the door, but then they have that other like line that's
priority line.
The priority line, and you just go. You just go. Bloop, bloop.
How about
I give Sufis. I give Sufis as I disappear into the jetway.
Yeah.
Have you got caught though when you're boarding and and all of a sudden some wheelchair lady comes up? You're like, oh sorry.
Yeah.
Back up.
Oh, I've been stuck.
I've been stuck.
Oh, how about
behind a wheelchair lady?
I'll tell you what I do always, and it does backfire sometimes. Is I tell whoever's with me if they're not in first class, I go, yeah, but when I go up, just go with me to get on the plane.
Yeah.
They always let that happen.
Always.
I say that, but at least 2 or 3 times they go, you're not first class. And then I'll be like, oh, they're with me. And they go, okay, but they're not first class. And I go, sorry. And then they have to stand out there and eat all that shit, stand there to kind of try to sneak on first. I'm already on the plane. It doesn't matter to me. I'm like, well, I was in first class. Can you believe that asshole told me he'd be able to go on right behind me? What a jag.
Oh, man.
What a total jag. Should we take our final break?
Let's take it, man. Let's take our final break. Josh Adam Meyers is here. He's going to be a New York Comedy Club in Stamford. Awesome club. You're going to love it. Go out there and check it out. They got a bunch of restaurants around. Yeah. Connecticut, May 24th. Zany's, Nashville, June 10th. After that, he's going to be in Boston, Springfield, Massachusetts, St. Louis, Los Angeles. For tickets and all other tour dates, go to joshadammyers.com. Check him out.
Yeah.
Robert Kelly's going to be in Port Charlotte, Florida, June 7th and 8th. After that, St. Louis, Timonium, Maryland, Portsmouth, New Hampshire. And you can see Bobby every Tuesday night at 7 p.m. at the Fat Black Pussycat Lounge, the Comedy Cellar. For tickets and all tour dates, go to punchup.live/Robert.
Can I do you?
Kelly.
Yeah,
sure.
Big J. Okerson will be at the Irvine Improv June 7th and 8th. After that, he'll be on the Fully Loaded Festival tour with Burt Kreischer all over the country through June.
Bobby Kelly hands.
For tickets and all other tour dates, visit bigjcomedy.com/Carbonara.
When you go see Josh, bring him arugula.